Hey there, have you ever wondered about those ghost towns with massive apartment complexes that sit empty in certain parts of the world? Let's dive deep into a fascinating story I stumbled upon about China. Picture this, bustling cities with towering skyscrapers, but many without a single soul residing inside. Unbelievable, right? The heart of this tale takes us back to China's economic growth model, which primarily focuses on building, and, you guessed it, more building. Now, there are three types of economic growth. One where you and I buy stuff, like a new gadget or home, another where a country produces goods to sell overseas, and the last, where a country invests in infrastructure, roads, factories, bridges, and houses. China, with its vast resources, chose the last model, investment-led growth. And here's the catch, they followed it to an extreme. Imagine building a road when no one asked for one, or constructing factories when there's no demand. At some point, it starts to feel like you're building bridges to nowhere. But why? To stimulate economic activity, to show growth, to keep the giant machinery of their economy chugging. Now, other countries like Japan and Korea also had their taste of this investment-heavy approach, each with its own twist. Japan, for instance, built until they had loans worth about half their GDP, invested in assets that probably shouldn't have existed in the first place. And Korea, they aimed high, innovating and scaling up, leading to giants we know today, like Samsung and Hyundai. But China is unique. Unlike Japan or Korea, where folks had options to invest their money privately, the Chinese system is largely state-centric. The average person there is often indirectly supporting this massive infrastructure build-up, whether they like it or not. So, with limited avenues to park their money, the Chinese citizens turned to one place they felt was a sure bet: housing. First, their own homes, then a second apartment, a third, and so on. And this set the stage for a housing bubble that's unlike anything we've seen. Here's the shocker: a former official from China's Statistics Bureau, Mr. He, made an eyebrow-raising claim. He suggested there's so much excess housing in China that it could house not just the entire Chinese population, but twice over. Remember the 2008 housing crisis in the US? Well, the crisis in the USA was a mere blip compared to what's happening in China. Now, let's think about that for a moment. An overbuild of this magnitude in a country as big and powerful as China. It's a story that's going to leave imprints on the world stage for years to come.